Hello, everyone. How's it going? I am back with Roland Cholo here, previewing digital Gloomhaven from Flaming Fowl Studios and Isaac Childress. No new announcements this week on the digital Gloomhaven front. No multiplayer still. I'm hey Joe, I've kind of got a sneaking suspicion that's going to be something that's going to happen sometime in August. But I do know they're kind of stress testing that now in beta. I tried to join beta, but I wasn't sure if I joined correctly in the Discord server. So anyway, I haven't checked it out yet, but I'm hoping to very soon. I'm in the middle of building up my guild this week. I didn't realize I'd stopped kind of mid mission or mid encounter. And so I'm in the middle of a epic battle here with some cave bears and vermlings. Um, the only other new thing that's going on announcement wise for this show is that let me adjust the camera there a little bit. Is that I think I'm possibly scheduling a special extra episode next week because I have been wanting to try out the solo scenario in Gloomhaven. So I'd have to switch over to Tabletop Simulator, and I have been wanting to try the solo scenario for the character I've been playing, which is the Tinkerer. And so I'll be jumping on there and checking that out. Hopefully, it will go pretty well. I've heard several people say that it takes a couple of times to beat the scenario, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I think I've got some cards picked out. Got some advice online about the scenario and what are some strategies and things like that. So we'll be checking that out next week. Probably not during the regular streaming time on Tuesday. Maybe something like Thursday. Um, yeah, Joe. So you can actually with the tabletop simulator tabletop simulator mod that we have, you can pull out, or the current one, you can pull out a solo scenario and they'll just automatically set it up for you, just like a regular scenario in tabletop simulator, which is a great mod. The Gloomhaven fantasy setup is probably the best mod there is for Gloomhaven, of course, pending that as with everything tabletop simulator, of course, make sure that you have a copy of the game that you're playing with friends, especially now that we're kind of in quarantine situation. But once you do, once you kind of learn a little bit, there's a little bit of a learning curve to getting it set up correctly. But once you've there's a nice instruction guide that's in the game box. Once you open up the mod and everything kind of makes sense, it doesn't take very long before everything's running really smoothly. And the advancements that they've made in the programming basically just speeds the game along even more. So you can probably get through it in 10 years instead of 20 for completing that campaign of that game. It's a very long campaign, but it's a lot of fun. Okay, so that's next week. I'll be talking more about that next week. I was going to try to do it this week, but I just don't know if I'm going to have time to do two streams this week. But next week I'll have a little bit more time, and so I'll do that extra stream on Thursday. But I'll keep you up to date with that. That'll be next week. So here in the middle of this scenario, I think I get kind of a refresher on what's going on in this one. The Vermlings have made a camp. The oasis is littered with the rubbish, and they grab their weapons and attack. So I'm starting a new round. All we've got left is the cave bear. He's pretty hefty attacker, so I'm going to try to. He is poisoned. I'm going to try to finish him off before we get out of before he can have a chance to attack. Either that, or I'm going to try to see if I can do some kind of stun ability. And there you go. The Mind Thief has a really good stun ability. I do have the Mind's Weakness equipped, so I'm going to do the bottom half of Perverse Edge for the stun, not really worrying about the damage, but then I also want to make sure I do have a good damage attack on the top. Attack 2 push. I don't really think I can push him into the trap. But this is good. Extra damage for negative conditions. So we'll go ahead and put that on there for the attack. And then we'll just try to do as many big attacks as we can. We'll do Crushing Grasp. Anybody need healing? Doesn't look like it. Okay, so we don't really need to worry too much about any. I'll do a little bit of healing. Spellweaver, just continue the damage. She might have to move up a little bit with that. Okay. And then last but not least, the Tinkerer. We've already got Poison on. Don't want to use any of my lost cards just yet. Enhancement Field is always, I think it's pretty much the biggest range non-loss card that you can do attack-wise for the Tinkerer. So we're going to need an early initiative card. We'll go ahead with the Energizing Tonic. All right. I'm kind of having, it's weird because the music was playing in the main menu. But then all of a sudden it's gotten kind of quiet. Okay, so he is moving 4 and attacking 3, and that's at a 13. So thankfully the Mind Thief is an early initiative person. So we'll start off with the Perverse Edge stun attack. Ooh, nice. So even with the disadvantage, I drew +1s and did enough damage to kill him, which is the ultimate stun. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to get anything else. But the other characters will be able to do some maneuvering for gold. I don't think the Tinkerer is going to be able to get it this round. All right, so Cragheart, I think everybody's okay healing-wise. I think I'm going to go ahead and try to gather up some gold. Skipping attacks here. I always feel like if you can, gathering gold, there's always a little bit of pressure in this game to keep moving, keep going forward. But I do think most of the time you have very little to worry about when it comes to actually exhausting, except for, if you get overwhelmed with damage, that kind of thing, sure. But if you're just talking about in terms of a 2-room dungeon like I'm in, I've got so many cards left, I'm going to easily be able to take a little bit of time and maybe do some healing, maybe do some running around grabbing gold. We got some time here for sure. It's worth it. Okay, so basically just doing some quick money grab. Okay, so the Plague Rat is unfortunately on top of money. Oh, but this is okay because I can have my Mind Thief grab everything. And then we can just start moving toward the next door. That sounded like a trap. Interesting. I don't know why that. Okay, so the rat is a little bit more damaged than Cragheart, so I went ahead and healed him. We'll get Cragheart healed up here in no time. We'll have him go through the door first, hopefully get some attacks set up. All right, well, if we do use Massive Boulder, we can almost get to the door. I do have boots, so I could get to the door that way. The only problem is nobody else is going to be close. We'll do a short rest. I'm always worried about getting Reviving Ether, but if I do a short rest with the Spellweaver. Anything else is okay because I can get everything back. No healing cards left. So except on the bottom of cards. So I need to try to get her back into things here. So we'll just keep going, trying to move as quickly as possible into position for the next room. 14 gold's a pretty good amount for this round. So we'll use the move 4 with the Mind Thief just to get up there and ready. Everybody should be close enough at this point. The only thing that sucks is the Plague Rat is not going to move until I open a door and activate some monsters. And by that point, I mean by the time he moves his one move every round, he's just not going to be in line to kill anybody. Okay, so I thought we had a heal spell ready with the Tinkerer, but I guess not. So Cragheart does have 1 damage, but that's, at that point, I don't really have any heal cards that can do more than... I don't have any heal cards that heal, for just 1, so it's probably a good idea to save the heal cards anyway, unless I'm just trying to get to the door and I don't have anything else to do. Okay, so Cragheart, I think, is going to long rest. Right? He is missing a hit point. Now I'll just do a short rest. Okay, so he did lose Crater. Unless I redraw. I think we'll be okay with that. Where there is just literally 1 room left. It's a big room, but not as big as this room. So we're going to try to move in there and maybe burn some unstable upheaval. Everybody's going to try to get in the room and do some big attacks. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot left with the Spellweaver. The Mind Thief also needs to do a short rest. That's a good card. But I haven't lost anything else. I think we'll go ahead and burn that one. Oh, I still got to pick cards. Okay, so we got to do some big moves. It's about as big a move as I get. Then we'll try to do some empathetic assault to possibly disarm somebody, and it's a long attack, so it's a great room opener. Okay, Spellweaver has to go first, which is fine because honestly, the Spellweaver didn't have enough movement to get into range with anything anyway. So we'll just kind of speed through her turn. Okay, so the Mind Thief is going to go in first, which is fine because we always, if the room is, if we use the Mind Thief to bust into the room and it's pretty bad, we can always use the invisibility cloak, especially since this is the last room. We do have some traps, or a trap, it looks like. So we'll be able to... Oh, nice. So the traps have... Everything kind of has a... When you hold tab key now, everything has a label with it, except for the traps, but that's okay. Got some gold. No treasure chest. It looks like the Mine Thief might be... Best getting in here. And then who is going to be doing the biggest attack? They're all kind of an attack. There are attack 2s, attack... So the Vermling Scout Elite is going to be doing an attack 3, which is pretty big hit. Everybody else is kind of doing attack. Oh, so is the Cave Bear. I think I'm going to hit the range attackers, because those are always the ones that are the most worrisome, because they can move and usually do some big attack. And if I draw a +1, I'm definitely going to be able to kill him. Man, so maybe this disarm is better, because it's such a big attack. Maybe it's better on a bigger enemy. Yeah, let's go with it. Okay. But it is disarmed, which is nice. Okay, but before the turn ends, we will go invisible. Invisibility cloaks are always interesting because they're great for that character, but then that adds the amount of damage that everybody else has to absorb in the team, and sometimes that's not great. Oh, so this is great right here. Even though the Mine Thief is going to take some damage, that's okay. It'll be worth it for 3 attack on every single enemy nearby. We're also going to do the Power Potion, because that'll make it a 4 attack. And of course, that's targeting everybody. I don't have any Earth, unfortunately. I'd be able to target enemies 2 spaces away, which would only hit 1 extra guy, but that's okay. 4 attack against everybody adjacent to me is pretty good. Oof. So not great modifiers drawn. Man, what did I hit the Cave Bear with? Oh, I just completely missed him. I drew a miss, and I drew a -2 and a +0, so no great beneficial draws, but I do have to take damage because of the retaliate that each of the hounds have, which is not good. Ooh, that's 4 damage too. That's not good. Okay. Oh, yeah, and then my ally has to take a hit. 2 hits. Oof, okay, so that's good. The Cave Bear drew a bad modifier too, so I only ended up taking 1 damage. But I am immobilized. So at this point, I think I'd like to use my net shooter if I can get far enough in the room. I'm not going to be able to. 1, 2, 3. Well, no, I'm not going to be able to this round, which really sucks. But that's what happens when you don't have very many cards left. So I can't really do much of anything. I'm not going to do the basic attacks, obviously. I mean, I could do the net shooter on less enemies, but I think it's not worth it. So Craghard has lost a lot of hit points right off the bat here. I'm going to have to burn a card. So probably the immobilizing card's not great. This one, Rock Tunnel's not great either. Okay. And unfortunately, wow, why aren't they? Yeah, I was gonna say everybody's gonna hit this poor guy. Um, I may end up having to turn into a Malay artist here at the end. Oh, good. Miss me. Okay. Whew. Okay, so at this point, we're going to have to do some big damage to whittle these guys down. Because right now, he's facing 4 enemies hitting him at the same time. So I think we'll do the opposing strike for sure. Something I don't get to pull off a whole lot. And then on the bottom, yeah, we'll try Rumbling Advance. Since it's low initiative plus enemies nearby will suffer a damage. I need the Mind Thief to try to go early, which should be pretty easy. Man, but that stun is really worth it. It may be worth it to just go ahead and stay there, even though I take a damage to get a stun off, and then do a big attack on the top. Well, I could always scurry with that. Might be the way to go. Then I don't have to take any damage. All right, so we're going to do a short rest with the Tinkerer. But unfortunately, to do that, I'm going to have to change the resolution down again so I can see the menu option. Definitely something that I hope they get fixed here soon. Now I got to try to change everything back. So yeah, it's just with the Tinkerer I've noticed there's a problem with uh, the ability to be able to choose a short rest. So I'm hoping that will be fixed very soon. Okay. So Restorative Mist, which is a critical healing card. But I also do need to, because this room's pretty dangerous, I need to do some big hits in this room. Ah, man, it's too bad everybody moved out of position for my ink bomb. The perfect ink bomb, anyway. Um, hmm. Although he could come in and do some big heals, that might be something that's better for him. Yeah. The Spellweaver's also going to have to do a short rest. So we'll just go ahead and burn the Frost Armor. Unfortunately, we're almost to the point where there's not a lot of cards left. And we might need her to go to do her Reviving Ether pretty quickly here. Okay. Ooh, so the Cave Bear's definitely doing a big attack. I got to get out of his line of sight. Okay, so let's go ahead and move in here. I think this should be okay, because I think the Hound should be dead after this. Attack 2, range 3. Oh, hold on. Let's get the element going. We'll choose Frost. and make it a +1. So attack 3. It always seems like I'm hitting that accidentally. Okay. Which should kill this guy in the back here. That'll be one less guy to worry about, unless I miss. And I completely missed. And there we go. Plague Rat's moving, making his way. Okay, so we're going to do the stun. I believe that the worst attack is going to be an attack 5. The hounds are doing an attack, but I should be able to kill them. So it's really just the cave bear. So we'll go with a stun on that one. Didn't do any damage, but did stun. So now we're going to do the scurry to move 3 and attack 1. And I think the best attacking would be done here because this guy's only got 1 hit point. This should kill him, hopefully. All right. So we're starting to get a little more control on this room. So the question then is, I'm going to get hit once. Yeah, I probably should just go ahead and heal him anyway. We'll stay back here a little ways. So we've got a lot of options as far as attacking. All right, so this gets the Tinkerer 2 XP, and it gets Cragheart a big heal. He's going to take a little bit more hit. So we're definitely doing the opposing strike. We've got 2 enemies that should be dead as long as I draw good modifiers. And I did. Okay, so now I can move 2, and it'll do a damage to everything that's nearby. And in this case, oh, but he's immobilized, so I can't. So I could just not do this since I know I'm not going to. It's just 1 damage. I just don't want to deal a damage. Well, I guess my ally can take it. I'm going to skip the movement, but it's going to hit everybody for 1, including the enemies. But the other thing is it generates earth magic. So Cave Bear skipped. This little guy gets to go, but yeah, good. No damage. Nice. No damage with the scouts. I'm not worried about the scouts at all. The only thing that is worrisome is the cave bear. I've just got to do something to try to take him out each round. I can immobilize him with the earthen clod. Let's see if anybody else has anything. Well, we know that the Spellweaver is just getting her lost cards back. Let's see. So now there's really nothing that the Mind Thief can do. Oh, yeah. So the Tinkerer has stun shots, so that'll take care of that. And I should be able to heal Cragheart as well. I'm just going to have the Mind Thief kind of move around and take care of little enemies here and there. Oh. 1, 2, 4. Oh, unfortunately, I can't do that just yet. Cragheart just needs to do a big attack. Crushing Grasp seems like the biggest attack. And then he'll do a little bit of a heal as well. Okay, so the bear is shielding right away. Very early initiative. Wow, that may be the earliest initiative card I've ever seen. Who's the most powerful character? In terms of thematically. Wow. I mean, I always think magic users, even though they're glass cannons, I mean, they're just like in D&D, they're the most powerful characters, right? Like if you have magic, you can do anything. I don't know. To me, that's what it seems like, but The Spellweaver is very weak if she's by herself and getting hit, but yeah, the Scoundrel is sneaky and can pull off some big combo multipliers for sure. Okay. I really like the Cave Bear a lot as an addition. It's not something that is in the physical game that I know of. Anyway, we haven't encountered one yet that I remember. All right, so the Mine Thief. I mean, I should be able to get this guy to attack somebody else, right? Oh, now that's not fair. I should have targeted someone nearby me. Oh well. I will get to loot, so I guess that's something. But see, I guess I see, and I should have looked at the card of the character. I thought these guys they have bows, so why, if they're scouts, do they have bows if they can't range attack? It's weird. Maybe I'll recover a card. Scurry is always nice, but I think I'm. But I also do want that stun back because it's nice having that stun. Yeah, that double damage in with the Scoundrel is pretty amazing. It's a classic rogue move too, backstab. Yeah. Okay. So this is what we were setting up: is we're going to take the bear out again, although it is done actually. The bear is finished. Ooh, these guys have an attack 3, so I should take that out actually. So the bear's gone. He's shielded anyway. I don't want to really hit him. Okay. And then we will definitely heal Cragheart a little bit more. So now one of the scouts is frozen. I need to take care of the other one. Okay, so Cragheart. Is going to move. Yeah, we'll have him attack this guy. Hopefully kill him. Nope, I drew -1. Man, I just can't draw modifiers I need. Well, that's, I mean, really, I need to get these guys leveled up and get them perks. I really want to see how they're going to transform battle goals into this game. It'll be really cool to see that because that's something that's really fun to work on as well as your XP and your gold and items. It's fun to try to build those up. Okay, so it makes the most sense, I guess, to start off with my attack 2 to see if I can kill this guy so I don't have to worry about his attack. Barely enough. And then, thankfully, I had that as a bottom attack. And now I'm going to recover burn cards. That's one of my favorite character abilities, is the idea of that there is one character that can get lost cards back. I mean, thematically, that's almost a godlike ability. All right, so short rest. Let's see. He would get back his shield and boots. Yeah, maybe we'll do a long rest because we've got this under control. We're just going to try to grab some money. But the question is, can we get the old bear subdued another round? Oh yeah, with freezing nova. Yeah. And then we'll get the old frost armor on so she can tank for a couple of rounds. We just need to keep everybody away from. Well, first the Spellweaver needs to go first, and then everybody's going to need to keep away from her. We'll start off with a net shooter, and that should also immobilize everybody. And we will give everybody +1 if we go fast enough. Nope, the Tinker never goes fast enough to give everybody +1. Oh, that's okay. The Mind Thief would not have gotten +1 anyway. Ooh, the Cave Bear moves fast. Did I have anything with the Mind Thief that would have taken that guy out? A stun, but I'm not close enough. I'm 1 away. Man. Well, it looks like the Mind Thief is going to have to take a hit. And it's a lost card, but ooh, ×2. There you go. Talk about the Mind Thief having some big damage. There you go. That was a +2 attack because of Mind's weakness. It was a well, it was originally a +3, +2 with the Mind's weakness, and then double damage modifier card made that a 10. And if I'd had a negative modifier on it or condition on it, then it would have been maybe 12. Oof! So I took 3 damage myself from him, so that was a risk. So we're going to start off with +1 attack for everybody adjacent. And then we're going to do the old net shooter. This is a 4 attack. And immobilize. Everybody dies. Good XP. Now we just got to loot everything, but I don't think I can. What is Crackheart playing? So I can't do anything that would give me XP, so I can just go and grab as much money as I can. Oh, Cragheart was long resting also, so that's all the gold I'm getting. Well, that round went faster than I thought. With the last vermling dead, the oasis is a safe place for travelers once more. You are victorious. So I'm working on the killing the hounds. Ain't nothing like a hound dog. I've got 7 out of 10. Spice Coast, we've got 9 locations unlocked. 5 out of 9. Sorry. I've killed 10 out of 20 vermlings. 2 out of 10 cave bears. 7 out of 50 enemies who are muddled or poisoned. That's pretty good. Hounds, oof. So the silver are definitely going to be a lot harder. Killing cave bears, hounds, and scouts. I'm on the low numbers for those. But I did have Cragheart reach a record with enemies killed, damage done, damage taken, and healing done. Spellweaver is doing some good gold looting and enemies killed. I really like the stat screens at the end. It's cool to see how you're progressing in terms of effectiveness of each character. So I'm trying to remember this quest. I think, I was unlocking a new design for the shop, a weighted net. Got some XP and a new area unlocked. Some local Inox tribesmen are supplying me with some of their weighted nets. Perhaps you might find a use for them in combat. The nets, that is, not the tribesmen. All right, so we got a little bit of gold. I think... Oh, the Mind Thief leveled up. So now we'll see how the leveling up works with the new system. Mind Thief has reached level 2. So the first available card for this new level is Wretched Creature, Summon a Monstrous Rat. And then on the bottom is a move 3, which is pretty good. I always like the big move cards on the Mind Thief. I'm not a huge summon fan, but it's a pretty cool card. Hostile Takeover, an attack 2 at range 4, so great range, and it's an immobilize and attack. So it's basically just as good as that stun attack is. It's a great card too. But I can also, as a loss ability, force a normal or elite enemy within range 3 to perform its turn this round as if allies were enemies and enemies were allies. That's a great ability too, especially if you're on final fight in the last room. I think I'm going to take Hostile Takeover. I don't know that I think I've taken Wretched Creature before, but it's just it is a fast moving, pretty good attack as far as a summon. Um, but there's a lot of, and Hostile Takeover is also a low initiative, which I kind of like to keep a little bit lower initiative if I can. So that's the first step of leveling up, is choosing a level 2 card. So we've got to figure out what it's going to replace. Um, I think I'm going to get rid of Feedback Loop because of the fact that it's I don't mind having a couple of augments to switch with, but I think the shield augment is not as useful as the healing augment, and I don't really want to have 3 augments. Next step is choosing a perk. So I can always add. So this is basically something that will modify your attack modifier permanently. You always got to think about 2 things. One, what is it adding to your deck? And 2, if you're taking things out, it may seem good, but for example, if I pick Dust, I might be removing 4 +0 cards, which seems like a benefit. But if you think about it, you're increasing the chances that you're going to draw a negative card or a miss, as well as positive cards. But you're increasing your chances overall. So I don't necessarily like to take out 4 +0 cards right away until my deck's a little more balanced positively. Right now it's balanced evenly, and I want to tip the balance a little bit more to the positivity. So instead, I think one of the best card perks is consistency for all. There's this available for several classes. You can take out 2 -1 cards. So right there, you're tipping the balance more toward at least a +0 or +1, +2, or ×2. Um, I guess you could say I'm tipping the balance more towards positive cards than negative cards. Or I guess if you're also including 0 as a positive card, which I do, because then at least you do the damage that you were planning. Um, okay, so that is the perk that I have. So he's on level 1. Ooh, Tinker is really close, 1 point away. Everybody's really close in level. One thing that I'm wondering is what happens to the old fellas who are... Okay, it looks like I can maintain a cadre of heroes, but unless I sub in and out some of these guys, they're going to stay low level. Now, the game is really cool. It's built so that it will scale to the level no matter what level of characters you have. So if you have someone new that jumps into your party and they're just level 1, they want to play a level 1 character, that's not going to mess up your whole system or get you guys killed. It'll be set evenly. Okay, so now that we've kind of taken care of leveling up, we'll go to the merchant. Let's see this new weighted net. During your ranged attack, add immobilize to a single attack. That's pretty great because there are a lot of attacks that I would love to have immobilized characters. I need some more crowd control. So let's take a look. We have a shield, so unfortunately it's a 2-handed item. So I would like to put on Cragheart because he has a lot of great range attacks that don't do a lot of damage, but they would be good for him because he could immobilize guys from far away. But the Tinkerer is probably my second favorite choice, and he doesn't have any items yet, so we're going to go ahead and give him that. It's a great ability to add, and it kind of fits with this theme too, right? Like that whole Tinkerer, he's got all these little gadgets and gizmos, so he has a little gun that shoots a weighted net out. I can see that, and it also helps you see that, oh, this is a 2-handed item. It fits in both slots visually. All right, so now Craghart was getting beat up quite a bit. I would love to be able to buy him some armor. Let's see what we got here. The problem is buying leather armor. Oh, I did get a mana potion. But I think everybody's full up on small items, yeah. Just to double check. Yeah. So everybody's full up on small items. Shoes. Not everybody has shoe items yet. The downside is that now that I've bought all my boots of striding, I really don't want to purchase wing shoes. Although Craghart is, I don't know. I mean, the Tinkerer could use them eventually because he has a lot of good movement cards, and if he was able to jump over guys and things like that, that might be kind of cool. Weapon wise, I don't think I can do much more. The Warhammer's a two-handed item, so Craghart's really done in that regard for right now until we get some more weapons. The Spellweaver could use a piercing bow, but I can't really afford it right now anyway. That would actually be great for her because of its ability to ignore shield values. That's going to help me kill some particularly pesky monsters later on. All right. So armor, I just really don't think making an attack the next 2 times you attack, the attacker gains disadvantage on the attack. I mean, it's pretty good. And there's really the only thing that's better than that is the hide armor. But I need to get to the perk with Craghart that lets him ignore item effects. So once he gets level, then I'll buy that armor. I think it'll be useful to wait. Eagle Eye Goggles are done, so there's no other head items right now. So I need some more head items and foot items. I'm going to wait on armor. Maybe I'll just wait on the piercing bow. I could get the wing shoes for the Tinkerer. All right, let's do that. Let's get the wing shoes for the Tinkerer. He's getting all the great stuff this game. I just want to get everybody equipped so that the only thing I have to worry about then is killing. Oh, he doesn't have an item either. Well, let's give him... Why can't he have a... I thought I have a mana potion. Well, he can destroy obstacles with the resonant crystal. Or I can take the healing potion from... Or the stamina potion from... Oh no, those are bound to those guys, so... Well, I have no money left, so he might as well just take the resonant crystal. Nobody else is going to take it. Destroys obstacles. I don't know about that. So the Temple of the Great Oak, I just want to know, is it going to get me something? Okay, so we have 2 travel quests and a relic quest. But we have to get the City of Slate. So we've got to unlock the starting village of the City of Slate. I don't know where that is. Oh, I think this might be it down here, yeah. So we got to move down that way if we're going to unlock the... Looks like that's the only way to move anyway. So we can either work on getting the stun powder, which is actually a great... That's actually a really great small item to have for the Tinkerer or anybody. Chainmail would also be good because then Craghart would conceivably be able to wear that right after he levels up. Yikes. Maybe we'll go with the armor because it's more critical for him to have that than the stun ability. The angry Jinns. The last guards inhabiting one of the southern human fortresses fled with the tales of undead and Jinns attacking them. It's time to investigate. No, it doesn't look like we're getting any random events. The Pyre is a human-built fortress of the past 300 years that marked the extent of human progress south in the lands. Inhabited until a few years ago, it is now associated with ghost stories and old wives' tales. You reach the tower in a sandstorm. It is deserted, but you cannot sense anything untoward. As the wind strengthens, you are forced underground for shelter and make camp in an old tomb. You're suddenly woken in the middle of the night by the sounds of clacking bones and something altogether more unsettling, rattling chains. Into dungeon. Oh dear, you have woken living spirits, souls of those who died suddenly and unhappily. Isn't all death unhappy? Spirits have a resistance to damage, so you'll find attacks with pierce more effective. They also fly, so traps won't help. Oh yeah, it would have been nice to have that. So these are the guys with shields that I needed to have that piercing bow for. Oh well. All right, so we have got a situation here. So it looks like we've got 3-ish rooms, maybe even 4 if this is just a small hallway, then a long hallway, then a final room. The hard part about these living spirits is that they have a huge amount of shields. Once you get past them, then they do. Then it's no problem to kill them. But the trick is getting past the shields. Um, I don't have any natural piercing. Items do sometimes add piercing, but one of the things you can do is if there's anything like, for example, with let's say massive boulder, anything that does damage incidentally, like massive boulder. If I were to attack one of these living spirits, then the other would get hit just as splash damage. I've also got the ability to jump the with Cragheart, and then at the end of that movement, it's not a jump, but at the end of the movement anyway, all of the surrounding enemies are going to take 2 damage or 1 damage. Sorry. So if I did that and I did my splash damage attack, I could conceivably kill um, one of these living spirits without even having actually touched it with my attacks. So that's one thing to think about. You can also just do high damage attacks. If you do really high damage attacks, like with Spellweaver, you're always going to get a huge amount of, like for example, if I do Impaling Eruption and I can target 4 creatures, um, it's going to be a high number of. It's going to be a high attack, so more than likely, there's going to be a good chance I'm going to knock everybody out. Whew, the only problem is that she won't be able to move very fast or very far. Okay, if I can move 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, I need to. Maybe I'll do fire orbs. That's going to be better. So my problem is that with the Spellweavers set up here, I don't have any low initiative cards that let me move fast. All my high initiative cards are big attacks, but hmm, okay. Well, I'm just going to do Impaling Eruption and then move 4. Not going very fast with the old Spellweaver, but that's okay. Um, And of course, like it said in the introduction, I can't use traps, so I'm kind of screwed there. I could scurry and then, oh, I can attack too. I can also immobilize somebody with my new hostile takeover. And then I could, yeah, we'll try the old submissive affliction to get somebody to hit somebody else. We'll do a stun shot to start off the bat with the Tinkerer. And give everybody +1 if everybody stays around. Unfortunately, I'm playing with low initiatives this first. But one person, besides the Tinkerer, will have some +1 damage. All right, so the trouble with the Living Bones is that they actually can target 2 people. That's something that it sucks to remember, because they don't do a lot of damage. But man, if they can get to where they can hit 2 people, that starts adding up. The Living Spirits are moving and attacking, and of course, the Living Spirits also have range, which makes them not fun. Okay. So I'm going to try to force an enemy to hit another enemy. Oh, maybe I can hit, yeah. Let's have this guy hit this guy. That's right, they have disadvantage when they're range attacks. Oh, well, I shouldn't have done that, but that's okay. Okay, so we'll keep one of these guys stuck to the ground. Ooh, and I drew a +1, so that was a good amount of damage. Tinker is going to stun another one. We'll have him stun somebody over here. Well, first we'll give everybody +1. I always forget that. And the game is unforgiving. Unlike the physical game, you can't go back. So I'm going to stun this guy so I don't need to use my net. All right. So I just took out all the living bones except for one. And the living spirits are going to get to attack. But I'm hoping that I will do quite a bit of damage here. Okay, so I'm going to do a move 2, but I'm going to use my boot so I can actually get up next to the spirit here. And that will do a damage to this guy. So he's already half dead. Now I'm going to do Massive Boulder. It's an attack 3, range 3. It probably will do at least 1 damage. That's what it's if I drew a +0. I don't think I'll use my power potion just because there might be something worse in the future rooms. But the nice thing about this is it's going to spill over damage and kill the first one I'm next to here. So hopefully I'll draw a +1, then it'll kill 2 guys. Dang it, I drew a -1. So no damage, the first guy, but it did kill one of them. So now I only have to deal with 3. All right, so the one living bones is going to make it, and he gets to attack 2 guys. Misses the first attack. Man, +1 on the Mind Thief hit. So unfortunately, the living spirits will probably all man, 4 damage. That's huge. So they are some glass cannons for sure. They will, although they're not even really that glass, they're pretty hard hitter. They can hit pretty hard. +1, geesh. So definitely need to get the healing started. Okay, this is actually good though because I was wanting to get to where I could do Impaling Eruption on 2 of these guys because it's such a hard-hitting spell that I'm hoping that I'll be able to... oh, and I'm going to +1 attack that. I mean, why not? Just to guarantee that these guys die. See, and I miss one and drew a -1 on the other, so even with the power potion wasn't enough. Okay, so Cragheart, let's see if he can do another So I can do another unstable, or I can do an upheaval, which will attack 2 enemies, and then adjacent allies suffer damage. That's not adjacent. Now the other thing that can be really good for these guys is activating any kind of retaliate. Unfortunately, you have to get up next to them, and since these guys are ranged, they tend to want to move away. So retaliate can be an iffy situation, unless you can also move next to them and immobilize them. Okay. So Crater is going to do some good damage to these two. Oh, but that's a lost card. I don't want to lose a card just yet. This seems like a little bit a little bit bigger of a scenario or a stage than the others. Maybe I should be doing maybe I should be doing some healing and then a range attack. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. We do want so with fire orbs, I should be able to hit everybody, and then I'll heal. This is a great combination. So I can heal Cragheart up some damage and shoot off fire orbs, which should hit all of these guys with good damage. Now the Mine Thief is in the middle of a skirmish here. I'm going to get the Mine's weakness going, and then we should still have that stun left. Yeah, Perverse Edge stun, which should take out one of the um, living bones. Okay. So at this point, we probably want some more healing. All right, so let's just try that out. Everybody's going after, which is good. So we'll have the best chance of killing everything. All right, so I am targeting 3 enemies, so that's going to give her some great XP. It's a 3 damage attack, so it stands a pretty good chance of doing at least 1 damage. If I can draw a +1, I can kill them. -2, so no damage. -1, so no damage. 1 damage out of the whole entire thing. That is bad. This is the benefit of this is where you really, I think, see much more of an effect on the game is when you start leveling up and getting battle goals, you start getting perks that modify your deck, and then you're just hitting all the time. Okay, so we're going to stun. I guess we're just going to stun this guy nearby us. It's not going to do any damage, but we get the stun off. Then we'll do the Mind's Weakness, which is going to give nothing because I drew my miss. Man. Okay, so I'm going to move up here. I cannot believe that I did not kill anybody that round. So everybody adjacent to me is healed. Cragheart will be topped off here. Okay. Oh, yeah, this is great right here. So if I use Earth, I can do 2 damage when I land. It is going to deal everybody nearby some damage, but that's just going to be what we're going to have to do, unfortunately. So everybody takes the damage. I'm going to jump over here, and that'll do 2 damage, which will be enough to kill both of these guys. So the incidental damage is really as you can see, just in the modifiers I've been drawing, just doing regular attacks or even attack threes, which are great attacks normally. When you have two shields on somebody, that incidental damage is just way more reliable, unfortunately. So this is good. Now I can still do an attack two. I won't use my potion. Ooh, nice. Almost killed him. So there's only one living spirit left. He's going to do an attack two. So we need some healing kind of moderately spread out. That's good though, or the damage is moderately spread out. Oh. Okay, so I might be hurting from these attacks here. Come on. Okay. Whew. So I didn't lose a card, but this is not good. I need to try to move. Man. I just can't quite move far enough to be able to do my unstable upheaval. But I could do my dirt. No, I don't. That would muddle my allies too. Hmm. Well, I can attack one guy. So I think I'll use my opposing strike. Well, maybe I'll use my crushing grasp. And I'm going to need to move 3. I'm hoping that she can finish off the old living spirit up there. Now he's got to do some big attacks here. Let's see. Hopefully I've got... nothing on the bottom. But I can go invisible. Let's just do that with this card. And then we'll just do an attack. Attack 2, push 3. Do we have any traps in here? Nope. Attack 2, push 3. That seems to be kind of the best thing here. And the Tinkerer, we need to get some more healing going. Got heal 2, range 3. I don't think we have any top healing that's not a lost card. So we'll try to get some attacks out now. With the poison, that should be pretty good. Okay, so now we just gotta... Ooh, the living spirit's gonna move and curse. So we don't want more misses in our deck. We're already drawing a lot of crap. Okay, so we're gonna go with an attack 2. It's really gonna be an attack 4. So we're gonna try to hit this guy behind us. We will put some poison on it. All right. Pushing, not a big deal. And then he will go invisible. So that means that the Tinker doesn't necessarily need to heal the Mind Thief. The Tinker could heal the Spellweaver, who is missing a lot more. Well, I mean, the Mind Thief's missing more, but now he's invisible, so, or she's invisible, so she doesn't necessarily need to worry about it. And then we will attack. Now, the other thing that's nice is if you can get a poison on one of these living spirits, that also helps increase the chances of being able to do enough damage. Whoa! Tinkerer drew a +2. Well, that's one way of taking care of that, which is good because now we'll have the Spellweaver move a little bit closer and do the Flame Strike with a wound on this Living Bones here. Nice. So with the wound, that guy will die after 2 rounds. And this is the first of those 2 rounds. Okay, so so Cragheart kind of moved in the way. Ah, that stinks. Okay, so yeah, we'll move here to get some money. And then we'll go ahead and get backup ammunition, which will let us add extra targets for our range attacks, which is pretty good. Still got 3 living bones left. They're all going after the Tinkerer. That's a lot of damage. So he takes a wound. Man. So haven't lost any cards yet, but boy, are we taking a lot of damage. These guys should normally be way easier. Right. So let's say we go late, and we're going to try to do Unstable Upheaval to attack these bone guys, but I'm going to make sure to move everybody out of there first. Starting with the Spellweaver. And the Mind Thief is going to do some healing and attacking. The old Tinkerer is going to keep working on attacking as well. There's just not a lot of attack options right now. Okay, so Mind Thief is going to do a basic attack. So he's dead. I'm going to move to heal 2. We're going to do a basic attack with the Tinkerer. Hopefully we'll get one of these guys. Yeah, nice. So now the Spellweaver just needs to get out of there. So she'll just loot. And then move out of the way. Because Cragheart's going to try to finish this guy off. Oh, but he's going to go first. Ah, and he just dies from his wound. Okay. So Cragheart will just come back and grab the money. All right. So first room down, it was pretty messy. There was a lot of damage lost. So we're going to do a long rest with anybody who is damaged, which is everybody. And that will keep from wasting cards, plus get some healing that's not going to be reliant on cards. Oh, crap. Okay. Trying to get gold with Cragheart, but it's not going to happen this round. Okay, so everybody has to get rid of 1 card. I'll probably get rid of Ride the Wind because I still have a few more damage cards I can use before I use my Reviving Ether. I hate getting rid of Gnawing Horde because it's one of my highest move cards. It is my highest move card, I think. I'm glad I used my invisibility on my cards and not my cloak, so I still have that available. Okay, so the Tinkerer. Just going to get rid of Harmless Contraption. So now everybody's healed up a little more. I'm going to have Cragheart also long rest, even though he's not missing any hit points. So we'll have Mind Thief heal herself for the last 2 hit points, and then move a little bit more with Scurry. So then that leaves just the Tinkerer that needs healing, so we'll heal with some Restorative Mist. Move on to the next room. All right. Then Scurry will let us move a little bit more. I could open the door, but I think I'll wait till everybody's a little bit closer. We'll go ahead and heal Tinkerer. Spellweaver is just moving up also. Whew, so Cragheart is really going to be way behind if he stops and gets the gold. Maybe I won't get the gold this round just from that one pile. Setting everybody up for some movement and crowd control. So we'll do Stun Shot and Proximity Mine. Unfortunately, I kind of knew this was going to happen. The Spellweaver is going to have to be first in the door. Okay. She can go invisible. I think I might because this is a lot of range attacking. But I get to attack for 3. Nice. So +1 that time. Yeah, we'll go ahead and have... I'm going to go ahead and use invisibility because this last room seems pretty easily manageable. This room seems pretty big. All right, so this guy's going to move in. Now, I don't really need to worry. Let's see who's doing the most attacking. Whew. So that's unfortunate. These guys are all... So they can only move one. So these guys up north will not be in... I won't be in danger of them, but this guy here is going to attack for 3 and stun if he can use ice, which I'm going to be generating, of course. So we'll just need to stun him. So I will move here because that'll be out of his range, but I'm going to be invisible anyway. It doesn't really matter. So I'm going to skip the rest of my movement. I'm going to immobilize him so he won't be moving, so he can't hit anybody right now. As long as nobody gets close to him. I also need to go invisible. And I'm going to get that card back so I can use it again. Okay. With my potions are pretty great about getting cards back that are really powerful in opening rooms like that immobilize characters, stuff like that. Oh, no, but I am in range of this guy here. So that sucks. That's not good. Okay, so then I'm going to have to use the Tinkerer to stun this guy. He'll get hit by the living bones, but that's okay. 2, 3. Okay, good. Whew. Glad I could do that on the fly. So no damage, as usual, with the living spirits, but definitely a good stun in. Cragheart's going to have to get to moving. And he'll use his boots, so he'll be caught up. Now, I could heal, but nobody's in need of healing. But I think I'm going to do it anyway just to generate the earth. And it's not a lost card anyway, so you might as well always do it just to have that element available. Nice, no damage. Okay, so Tinker to take a little bit of damage, 2 damage, but not bad. Living Spirits will move a little bit, but not anything else. So now, this is the time when you want to do, again, a lot of damage. I may have to queue up some... I may have to queue up some big attacks or some lost cards here just to get rid of some of these guys. Okay, so let's go with... let's start with the Mind Thief so we can see... I have not yet activated... Have I? Oh, I do have the Mind's Weakness on. Okay. So I can do a stun, and I could do another immobilize, but the problem is, at this point, everything's going to be in range. And actually, I want this guy to go last, because he's still invisible for a while that way. I can have one enemy within range 4 do a move 1, which will be onto that trap. So that'll be a good second action. So now we got the Tinkerer. The Tinkerer could do a big attack against... It could do the Flamethrower. And then do like a bottom heal. Do I have a bottom heal? Nope. Okay. I'm not going to go very fast with him, but... Oof. So the Spellweaver is going to need to do a short rest. Flame Strike, that's fine. Maybe I'll tank her up for right now. And that leaves Cragheart. I could do a big move with him. And then, yeah, there we go. With the unstable upheaval, that's going to be huge. Yeah. Let's just make sure 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No! Can't quite make it. Well, we'll see how it goes. Okay, so living spirits are going to be able to target 2 with an attack 2, so that's going to be good to take care of them. So we're going to frost up. So the next 2 sources of damage won't hit me. I think it's probably a good idea to go after these living spirits, even though, whoops, let's make sure we get that element consumed. We want to take the frost up because they can definitely do stuff with frost with the living spirits. So we'll eat that up. Do an attack of 3, range 3. If I can just draw a good modifier, it's at least it's not a -1. It's not dead, but okay. So I'm gonna move 5. 1, 2, and this is gonna mobilize everybody I move through. Man, I just wish I could move one more space. Okay. And then this attack is my next attack is gonna be nice. So I can consume the earth. Left that for him on purpose, sure. I get to target all enemies up to 2 hexes away. So that is going to hit him after all with an attack 3, plus this bones here and this bones here. I'm going to hit 5 people this round. That's pretty amazing. Okay, that's huge. And I'm going to obviously add my power potion. That should kill everybody except for 1 living bones, as long as I don't draw shit. Let's see. All right. So I killed 3, and knocked out quite a few. Now, that was 2 burn cards, but hey, I know. Craggy's doing pretty awesome. Okay, so the Tinkerer again. I might be able to switch things up to try to finish off the Spirit before it goes. I think that might be worth it. I might actually even use my goggles just to make sure, so I have advantage. +1. All right. And then I'm going to shield. Well, there's no point in shielding myself because it's just till the end of the round. So I might as well go get gold. Oh, there is a living spirit left. Oh well, it's going to hit Cragheart. So we'll shield one of them, so we just took 1 damage. Mind Thief is going to... I guess we'll stun the living bones behind us. That's good. So he just definitely won't be able to do anything next round. I'm just going to do a basic attack 4. There we go. A lot of money sitting around. Okay, so we'll definitely do our Crushing Grasp, try to finish this guy off. We'll do a little bit of healing as well. Only have 2 choices left with the old Spellweaver. And she's just about at the point where I just need to get all my lost cards back anyway. I will admit I haven't played the Spellweaver long. I have been playing Spellweaver a long time, but I haven't yet mastered the way of doing Reviving Ether so that I can pull off my big attacks at the very end. I always end up doing Reviving Ether, and then it's like, oh, everybody else already killed everything that round, so it's annoying. All right, so we'll try to get. Let's see. Attack 2, Pierce 3. Well, we'll immobilize the bones, so he won't even. Not that it's absolutely necessary, but maybe I'll just try to move up and attack this big guy. Yeah. Why not? Let's do it. Gotta go early. Oh, and I gotta. Okay. All right. So nobody really needs healing. I thought this room was going to be worse than it was. Attack 5, range 2, but I'm not close enough to anybody yet. Um, I've never done this ability before, but I'm next to the Mind Thief. The Mind Thief has 4 or 5 cards in discard. This would allow an ally to recover all their discarded cards. So basically, that would give him like 2.5. Yeah, 2.5 more turns than she'd normally be able to have. That seems like a pretty good trade, and it gives me 2 XP. So let's do that. I need to use that card more. Okay, so we'll just do a normal move. Hopefully somebody has something to kill this last living spirit. Oh, because it's healing too. That's another thing. Oh, and I can't move either. That's the thing. Okay, so let's go ahead and immobilize this guy so he's not doing anything this round. And then we just won't worry about submissive affliction. So the Tinkerer is going to allow... Oh, and this is going to be even better because the Mind Thief actually has 7 cards in the discard. It's going to get them all back. That's amazing. And then they're just going to skip the basic attack. Living Bones is moving, but was immobilized, so couldn't do anything. Okay. So the Spellweaver is going to move for... Oh, so do I want to recover my cards now? But the question is Cragheart going to be able to do enough damage by himself? Yeah, let's get her cards back. Cragheart can handle it. If not, he can take the hits. Okay, so we start off with Crushing Grasp, attack 3, drew a +1. That's it. That's all we needed. I don't really need to heal, so I'll go ahead and have him just move on up and grab the gold. This last room is not going to be gigantic, so I'm hoping there's just not a lot of guys in this last room to worry about. He'll do Avalanche, Dirt Tornado. We'll do Ride the Wind and Impaling Eruption. Or Fire Orbs. Maybe Fire Orbs because it's hard to tell what's going to be inside of a room. But we want Ride the Wind to be last. Cause she's not going to be able to open the door, but she might be able to throw some Fire Orbs in there. Got to do a range attack. Oh, but we need to... Everybody's got to go late initiative so that the door will be open once they get up there. All right. Let's see. So... Oh, I keep forgetting. There's one last guy. Oh, Living Bones is healing. Damn it. Okay. I guess we will attack him. Does no damage. We'll pull him. Now hold on here. I should be able to immobilize this fella. Target one adjacent enemy, right? And then move 2. That's odd that I cannot select him. Well, I guess that must be a glitch. Oh, he's back there. That's why. Good grief. Okay, so I can't really do Dirt Tornado from there. So let's move down a little bit. Oh, we've got some earth, so I might as well make it a +1 attack with the Dirt Tornado. So it'll muddle this guy. Probably won't kill him. Nope, because I keep drawing -1s. But it did give me some XP and gold. Okay, so this guy really needs to get melee attacked because of the fact that I do way more damage with a melee attack. I think he's already poisoned. So it should also do extra damage a little bit. So now he'll move 4, so we'll move him back here and grab this gold. I just can't believe I wasted all that time. Or I put all these cards in, but I'm not going to get to... Man. Or I picked these powerful cards, and I'm not even going to get to open the next room. Okay, so he'll do a... we'll have him do a long rest. Spellweaver will pick the 2 cards that are left. So we'll do a long rest also, I guess. Ugh, this living bone situation is annoying. Okay, so we'll do another melee attack, which should do some good damage. But not if I keep drawing -1s. But we'll definitely do a stun attack here. So he takes away his turn. Didn't do any damage, but he's stunned. Spellweaver is going to attack 3. Oh, come on. All right, so I'm going to have to move down 1. Just to do this attack. This should be enough damage, finally, please. Oh, thank God. Yeah, I know. The -1s just seem to keep coming and coming. Ugh, okay. So we don't really need to heal anymore, so I think we'll just do... but if there's any spirits in the room... Dirt Tornado would be a good one to get rid of. So I need to just do some big damage in that last room. No reason to hook gun last room either, probably. Okay, so we just got to do some big movement. And he did long rest, so he's got his boots back. He should be able to definitely move in that room. Maybe we want to use a different big move. But there isn't any. That's the biggest move I have. Okay. So then we want to do an attack. Now, he does have backup ammunition, so with range attacks, I can target 2 people. So I should probably do Massive Boulder as an attack later. Wow. I just really don't have a lot of move options with this guy. Okay, so she's going to need to do a short rest. But I can't lose Ride the Wind. That's got to be what I get in the room with. Oh, but now I got Lost Fire Orbs, which is one of my big final spells. So we'll do Impaling Eruption then. So Spellweaver is going to be opening the room at like 70. This is going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess. Okay. Maybe we'll do Energizing Tonic just to move 6 and do an Ink Bomb. Okay, well, I guess that means he's moving in the door then. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we can get in the door. I don't know if that was all 6 of our movement, but... All right, this is what we like to see. Ink bomb, ink bombs, ink bombs. Okay, so we're definitely doing an ink bomb. And I can target these 3 guys. I can make it an advantage. So this should be good. What else can I do? I can make them immobilize, but not really any point. Although, let's see what they're doing. They are moved to attack 1 range. Okay, so they can actually move. So maybe the net is a good idea because of the fact that they can. Uh, okay, so here's my problem. I know that I'm targeting all 3 of these guys. Because they're all 3 blinking. So I turn on the net, but now I'm... Oh, select a single target to immobilize. Oh, that sucks. See, now this is the thing that I have a problem with is I really feel like this needs to be FAQ'd with these guys, with Isaac, because I was under the assumption that if an item could add something to an attack, then it was for the whole attack. But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe they'll be dead and it won't matter. God, I killed 2. And the living spirits get to go right now. And of course the guy could have immobilized. He's not the guy. Here's the guy, one of the guys that died. Okay, no damage though. Okay, so Cragheart definitely needs to move. He needs to use his boots so he can get as far up here as he can. And then he'll do an immobilization attack because the bones are going to be able to move 3 and attack 1. So we need to immobilize that guy here because he can move up enough to attack. Oh, but that's not going to immobilize because I didn't have Earth. Oh well. It'll probably be nothing. Okay. Now the question is there treasure in here? There's not. There's just some gold. Okay, so this guy needs to move. Ugh. No good movement options. So we're going to be moving up here slow. Spellweaver gets to use her big move, maybe. I know I could have moved in here and attacked all 4 of those guys. I should have done that. That was dumb. I wish I could go back, but oh well. So we're hitting these guys for some big hits, hopefully. Man, I missed the living spirit. Ah. All right, so we've created some elements. I need to get in here and do some big damage for sure. Oh, but I can't get in here. Hopefully I can get in there. So I'll do Massive Boulder, and this is going to let me target 2 guys. And by targeting 2 guys, I should be able to kill the living spirit that's over here with collateral damage. All right, so we'll do that. Unfortunately, the Spellweaver just doesn't have a lot of great cards left. Mind Thief is still making his way up there. It's up to the Tinkerer with some big attacks. We've got a Flamethrower we could get going, but can't quite. No, Net Shooter will be good enough. Good enough. Now we just need the +1 attack. Yeah, for everybody. Good, I'll be giving that to the Cragheart as well. Okay, so Spellweaver can attack this guy. Whew. That was a good attack. Now she'll use Darkness in order to attack for 3. We'll hit this Living Spirit over here. Nice. Okay, not bad. Mind Thief is going to... Can't quite move 2, 3. Can't quite move far enough, which sucks. Oh, but I could do this. I can move basic move, and then maybe kick off my Emphatic Assault at range 4. Seems a little silly, but I've already got the Living Spirit killed on the other side. Man, 6 damage, nice. I've already got the Living Spirit killed on the other side, so I think I'll be okay. So we'll add +1 attack to all attacks, including Cragheart. But this is going to make this attack huge. Oof. So definitely kill the Living Spirit in the last bones. Definitely getting some good XP. So we'll move to... No, we don't want to do the... Let's do a basic move. And then we'll do the massive boulder. Unfortunately, we can't target 2 enemies. But it's nice because the living bones will then come and attack. Oh, but I guess that's next round. So we'll do a short rest. Doesn't matter what we burn. We'll just try to do some XP. There's nothing that does XP. Oh, maybe avalanche. Yeah. That's about it. Now we have to do some kind of move. Well, if we move and kill, then we won't get to do the avalanche. I might not get to do it anyway because somebody else is going to kill him first. Short rest. Ooh, she's almost exhausted. Short rest. Just trying to do something to generate some XP. I think Fearsome Blade will give me XP even if I don't get to do the attack. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see here. I could Scurry and then Fearsome Blade, but the problem is Scurry is not going to give me XP, so this will be a good test. Let's see, do I have any other XP cards? Nope. Attack 5, range 2, but that's not going to give me any XP. All right, whatever. All right, we're just trying to finish this last guy off. Then we'll be done. All right, so the Spellweaver, she can move in here. And since I'm going to be able to add an element, I can actually get an XP for this. Oh, no damage, but that's okay. I don't mind doing no damage at this point so I can get some extra XP. So we're going to have this guy move up here. Got some healing in, and is going to get to Flamethrow. Wow, that still did no damage. He's going to die just because he's got the wound. That's the only reason why he's dying. That's funny. That is funny. Okay, so I am going to see if this works. So I'm going to move. Then if I don't do the attack, do I still get the 2 XP? I think because you're willing to lose it for the 4 movement, you should still get the XP. I did. Okay. I was going to say, Yeah, -2 for the win. And then I'm going to go ahead and summon a rat just for some XP. I feel like we got some good XP. That might be something that's higher than any other time. So I wish Kragahart had some looting. He doesn't really have anything he can do for XP, but he'll come up here and get this gold. And that'll be the end. As the sun rises, the undead fall to the ground, and you leave the tomb and its terrors, then pile up stones over the entrance so no one else wakens the restless dead. All right, so enemies killed. Kragahart and Tinkerer both got a record. Damage done, record for Kragahart again. He's getting some big hits in. He did heal the most, so did the Tinkerer. Gold pieces looted. Kragahart got a lot. Mind Thief got more XP than ever, 14. It's pretty awesome. And then Kragahart used 6 items. Wow, that's awesome. Ooh, who are you going to call? I killed 10 spirits. So it's time to unlock that ability. Let's see what that does. Hopefully it doesn't, you don't miss the achievement somehow. Okay, so I got 4 XP. I've got the chainmail now, which again, even though you have to add negative cards to your modifier, I'm about to get a perk with Kragahart that will ignore all that, and then he'll just get shield 1 for the next three attacks, plus his shield in his hand. It's going to be pretty amazing. It seems that defiling the undead's resting place was the cause of the haunting, and now they've been relayed to rest. Military forces have left a small retinue guarding the keep again. Ghostbusters, I know. The good news for us is that I know a quartermaster who can get a supply of chainmail. Just don't tell his commander. Okay, so yeah, we do have a notification on this. So it's not under general mercenaries. Ooh, so you actually get to click to claim the reward. Unlock the Mind Thief story quests. The Scurrier. Oh, that's if he reached level 2, so he actually got that already. All right, so we've got his story quests. The Mind Thief receives a hastily scrawled note from the others in her nest under Demon's Gate, warning that humans are threatening her home. So it's a quest option. That's cool. Okay, so those are the mercenaries quest. Completed. Enhancements, relics. I haven't got another relic because I've got to kill some summon living bones and kill enemies that are muddled or poisoned. All right, 10 living spirits. Claim reward. The who you're going to call is 5 gold. That's not bad, but the killing quests are achievements are probably not going to be as great. Looks like they just kind of give you some gold rewards for all of them. That's okay. It's still fun to work on them. But we definitely got some gold to spend now. We've got chainmail available. And then we've got several characters to level up as well. So I think we're going to, since we're going a little past time here, I'm going to go ahead and call it quits here. We'll level up the 3 remaining characters and buy some chainmail next time. I'm pretty excited. This game is definitely, this version of the adventure mode is way cooler than the last one, a lot more fun. And man, there's a lot of stuff to do. I've got a story quest. I've got 2 travel quests still. Lots of stuff to do. It's pretty cool. So we'll be back next week. And remember, I might be doing some extra streaming next week to an extra stream next week, maybe Thursday or whenever I get another chance to do another stream and try that solo Tinker quest out. So that'll be really exciting. So anyway, we'll see you back then. Otherwise, we'll be back here on Tuesday for sure, streaming some more of the preview of the Guildmaster mode in Gloomhaven Digital. See you guys next week.